Hello from Maddie and me. And today I'm just going to quickly just jump on to talk about how the Josephine deck started and how it came to be. So I've always been a huge fan of Oracle and Tarot decks. I've got like probably hundreds, to be honest, up in my loft studio. And I've always used them for writing and journaling and creativity in general. So huge fan. And obviously I'm a writer as well. And I'm also a newbie artist. And I started taking basically an art course this year. And, they teach you everything from, how to draw a pear with shading all the way to doing portraits and big, huge acrylics and oil paintings. And I've done the assignments, or I've gone through most of the assignments and created what I thought I was pretty proud of some of the art I created. Very, detailed, super realistic. But oh my goodness, it was such when I did it, it just felt so everything had to be perfect and I wanted to get everything just right. And I was freaked out if I made a mistake with the paint went under the lines. It was crazy. It wasn't my true way of creating, which is much more intuitive. I much prefer throwing paint on the canvas and doodling in my journal. And that's not really what maybe you would call art, but that's what I enjoy drawing and painting. So anyway, and I was chatting to my life coach about this business that I wanted to start, where basically I help writers and teach my creative process, basically. And then she said, why don't you, because I was approaching the business as well, like I was approaching the painting. It was almost like, do this and then do this, and then it will be perfect. And then you'll do this, and then you'll have an email list. And it just was just so against my nature. So then she said, why don't you approach your business the way you enjoy approaching your writing, which is intuitive and magical, and it just flows, right? And I was like, yeah, no, that sounds about right. And anyway, that evening I was playing around in my sketchbook and I was just doodling. And this ghost with a weird neck kind of came onto the page, and I drew that night 13 Josephines, with different things in her hair. She always had something over her mouth. And this ghost basically was brought to life. And then when I looked at her the next morning, I was like, that is going to be an oracle deck. And that is going to be my lead magnet, because that just came so intuitively. It just came so naturally. And that's Josephine. Josephine just came. And she wanted to be out in the world. And since working with the cards and developing and creating the guidebook, I've seen how incredibly useful it is. When I connected to my specialty and my expertise and my passion, which is Jungian psychology, and how as writers we can use that in our writing to become more authentic. Hey, maybe. Yes, much more authentic. Yes, like a little mini schnauzer. Anyway, so that's the story. Just off the cuff. There's no script for this, because this is who I am. This is how I am. Off the cuff, intuitive, free flow, lots of imperfections. And we don't care. No, we don't care. We don't even have a proper schnauzy cut for this video. Yeah. Thanks so much for listening, and I really hope you love the cards as much as I do. Bye. I say, thank you, Liefie.